I'm Helena.
Today we'll be looking at the Speak Week at Cardiff University, followed by the headlines, and then we'll be looking at the Birmingham protests. Afterwards we'll be looking briefly into the Chinese New Year.
So it's Speak Week this week at Cardiff University. It's part of the Students' Union annual Voice campaign. There's stalls all around the Students' Union and the Cardiff University campus. So you can find one at the reception in the Students' Union, you can find in any of the libraries, and there's a mobile stall going around as well. So you cannot really miss the chance to say what you like about your university, what you don't like, what can be improved. Tell us about your experience so far here and what makes an outstanding university for you. Emily, what does make an outstanding university for you?
It's all about making friends for me, I think. I think Freshers Week is really important, going out and meeting new people and becoming independent, really.
How would you describe your experience so far at Cardiff University?
I'm in second year now and I really enjoy it. Second year has definitely been a better year than first year, I would say. Even though there's more work, just meeting new people and establishing friendships have been a great part.
That's great. So last year, the main thing pointed out by students was that the university should improve the lecture recording facilities. Students' Union has been working on that for the last few months now. And last Monday, during the Speak Week campaign, the Vice Chancellor came for the first time to the Students' Union to answer some questions from students. CUTV was there, so have a look.
Okay, so I'd like to thank you all for coming and welcome you all to the Students' Union, and of course to welcome the Vice Chancellor, Professor Colin Reardon, on what is the first Vice Chancellor's question time. So I guess open it up to the floor. Who wants to say the first question?
The crucial thing of that is the number of students at this university who don't drink is increasing. And I think that isn't just foreign students, because I'm not a foreign student, I don't particularly know that many who are. Certainly from Muslim backgrounds, who for obvious reasons don't drink at all. But what's more interesting is the fact the number of English students aren't drinking. And so my question is quite simple. When in the summer first year students are presented with a freshers calendar, which is their first experience of their social life at Cardiff that includes nothing but club nights, how do you expect them to feel?
And I think we should be absolutely working with the Students' Union to make sure that the Freshers Week and the Freshers events appeal to a broad section of the incoming population. We should know what it is that they might be interested in, and not. It annoys me as well, right? Frankly, or at least it slightly irritates me. No, I mean I agree with you that that I can understand your point of view that you've paid a high fee and you've been affected by the strikes. It isn't true to say that we haven't been at the negotiation table. There were consistent negotiations through the process that exists for doing that. And in the end, the employers collectively, now don't forget we're in a national pay bargaining system here, so this isn't Cardiff University, as it were, negotiating with the local union, as it were, or the local campus unions directly. This is via a national pay bargaining system with over 130 universities. And I do take it really seriously. I mean, I hope you don't think that I just think, oh, the staff don't matter, we're just going to, as it were, treat them as badly as possible and invest.
So would you say be in favour, hypothetically, of discriminatory fees between subjects?
Well, we decided, every university decided that we weren't going to do that, essentially, and the reason is that the real costs of subjects vary enormously, and something like medicine is just much more expensive than something like English, and there isn't the flexibility in the system. We weren't given that flexibility to vary that to reflect the real sort of costs, so we relied there on on subsidies from me.
Okay. I just have one final question, which is what we've been asking all students throughout Speak Week. And it's a very simple question, you can answer it however you like. And that is, what does an outstanding university look like to you?
Oh, it's one where the top academics in the world want to come and work, where you get great students with fantastic potential from all areas of society, and it's one where you turn out kind of new discoveries and graduates shining like a new pin, where, you know, and where there's a real sense of people feel this is a great place that I really want to be. You know, and we'll go out and tell everyone what a great place it is, and be very supportive of the university, and, you know, where people are proud to be there. That's what a great university is.
Great. Well, let's thank the Vice Chancellor for giving up his time and answering our questions.
So, Helena, how have you found your experience at university?
I'm on my final year, so I'm almost done with university, at least with BA. I really enjoyed it. I think Cardiff University has a lot of good facilities for students, and it supports students in very different aspects, not only of their student life, but daily life as well. No, I really liked it. I had another experience with another university while I was on exchange, so I kind of I can compare to different universities, and yeah, definitely Cardiff supports a lot their students.
And how are you finding your final year?
Final year, really busy.
Yeah.
But again, you still find time to do your university work as well as your other activities regarding university or not. So yeah, pretty good.
Okay, great. So moving on to the headlines. Firstly, protests for gay rights take place across the globe. Today, protests against Russian homosexual laws take place, 2 days before the start of the Winter Olympics. The protesters are hoping for sponsors of the Games to speak out in favour of gay rights during the Games. Secondly, in North Korea, they're allowing family reunions to take place. After several cancelled attempts, North and South Koreans will be reuniting after several years apart at Mount Kumgang. This will take place between the 20th and the 25th of February. Thousands of families have been separated after the Korean War in 1950 to 1953. The reunions will be brief meetings when South Koreans will cross the border over into North Korea. Also, the Neknomination Facebook page has closed after the death of a 19-year-old male in Northern Ireland. Johnny Byrne from County Carlow died jumping into a river after performing the popular Neknomination craze. The trend is to have been believed to have been started in Australia, and a new Facebook page has been set up against alcohol abuse. We've got a few tweets. Anna Maria has tweeted saying that Neknominations are so stupid. I heard that 2 people died recently doing it. Helen Griffiths has tweeted, not a fan of the Neknominate craze. Could seem like a funny idea at first, but it's just another example of lad culture. Mike Davidson has tweeted saying Neknominate is indefensible, but it's different. How is it different to summer initiations? Okay.
That was the headlines for this week. Moving on for another student town, Birmingham. Last week there were major student protests. There was supposed to be peaceful protests, but ended up in quite aggressive, and it led to 14 arrests. Those arrests were mainly because the protesters refused to give their names and identity details to the police. The students were protesting against privatization of student loans and unfair pay cuts. They broke into the clock tower. That was one of the main problems. And then they hung a banner on the top of one of the buildings saying management out. And they ended up spraying graffitis all around the buildings and also occupied a room at the university where they claimed they use the room to gather together, learn from previous and more experienced protesters, plan their next protests, and just have a room for themselves where they can just stay as long as they want, instead of booking rooms in the university and having to leave after an hour. One of the protesters said that this is not just happening in Birmingham, it's actually getting bigger and bigger. Quoting him, more sixth forms of students are getting politically active, and this is just part of a broader struggle. CUTV has exclusive footage of the protest, but please bear in mind this is amateur footage filmed with a cell phone, so the quality sometimes cannot be as professional as we should.
No phones. Right, let's fire up.
Yeah, I can't classify this.
Shame on you!
The security people.
What can they do?
Yeah.
Start another occupation, everyone. Let's get
You're right.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's my back. That's not working. Oh, Phil.
Yeah.
Right.
The Chinese New Year has been celebrated at the Red Dragon Centre in Cardiff Bay. This year is the Year of the Horse, and the Chinese society gathered together embracing traditional Chinese culture. Tian Tian reports for us from Cardiff Bay.
Hello everyone, I'm Tian Tian reporting for CUTV. Today we're celebrating Chinese New Year in Red Dragon Centre, and we've got loads of activities going on over there, and we're going to take a look right now. This is Jasmine from Confucius Institute, and she's going to be telling us something about the event. And why do you think this is so important to have the event in Cardiff and to make people to know about Chinese New Year?
Well, Chinese New Year is always important for Chinese people. It's the biggest festival in China. It's a bit like Christmas. As you can see, it's very busy today, and I feel it's getting more and more popular. And I'm really happy that more people enjoy the Chinese culture. And I welcome all the British people to celebrate the Chinese New Year with us.
What kind of activities do you have in the
is a very good way for the older generation to pass on their blessings and also portion to the younger generation. So red envelope, you can put money inside, or you can put those golden fake money chocolate inside for the children. So for the New Year time, children receive the envelope and then they put under their pillow while they're sleeping. So they are receiving all the good blessing from the older generation.
Today you're here for another mission here, right? You're
Yes.
promoting something.
That's right. We are here to promote our Chinese New Year Gala 2014, and then it's a very good opportunity, not just for Chinese people, but for all the foreign people to gather together, celebrate Chinese New Year. This event is taking place in National Cardiff Museum in the theatre. The date is on 8th of February. Entry time is 7 o'clock till 8:30.
So now I'm going to be writing something in Chinese and watch and learn. That's Happy New Year in Chinese. 新年快乐. So this year is the year pause, and I hope you have a really lucky new year.
That looks so much
It
fun.
looks so interesting.
So if you want to learn more about the Chinese culture, go to their next event, have a look, and who knows, you might enjoy it really, really. Emily, have you ever took part in any Chinese culture activity?
No, I haven't, unfortunately. I've only ever eaten Chinese food, which I love. But I would definitely pop down to Cardiff Bay next year, when next Chinese New Year. What about yourself, Helena? Have you?
I've done quite a few things. Back home, there's a Oriental museum. So when they opened it, it was quite a big thing. So I took part of a tea session. So like the whole tradition, like bringing the tea to the table. How do you serve it to people? How do you drink it with all the background music?
Oh my goodness,
That was quite
sounds
interesting. And I wrote my name in Chinese. That took me quite a while.
Wow, I can
And
imagine.
I thought I'll be able to do it after again. No, even trying to imitate what is written on the paper just doesn't happen. But yeah, pretty much that's what I've been doing. That was all from us tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Cardiff Union TV, #CUTV News, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cardiff Union TV 1. Have a good night.